Hi everyone, welcome. I'm so excited because today I'm going to have Michael Zenn, the founder and owner of Herbal Face Food, and he's going to be talking all about it. You guys know how much that I have been sharing, how much I love this Herbal Face Food. It's so amazing. It's made from 100% plants, but also Michael Zenn, I myself, before I started using Herbal Face Food, I read his book. He's also an author. Maybe some of you have read it. It's called Self-Health Revolution, and he shares his wellness journey in the book along with, it's very insightful about just about health and wellness in general, and he shares great recipes and all kinds of stuff. So I'm super excited for him to be joining me today, and thank you so much. Hi Hope. Hi everyone, for joining in. At the end, there'll be a Q&A session, so stay tuned if you can. If not, I definitely will save this to my grid so that if you want to go back to it and watch it, you can. And there'll be a live Q&A at the end. There also will be a giveaway, so stay tuned for that. And I know some of you sent me questions that I have written down that I will definitely ask Michael about, so I'm just waiting for him to join in. And let's see who else is here. Oh, this is so fun. Thank you guys. Hi for joining in. Yeah, so Herbal Face Food, I've been sharing so much. I've been using the Serum 1, and there's actually 3 levels, but we will talk more about that. But for myself, I've been using the Serum 1, and I absolutely love it. And then also the Cure, which is super amazing. It really has, I have these brown spots on my face from being in the sun, because I do love the sun, and they definitely have gone down tremendously. So yeah, I'm just, oh, hi John. My husband joined in. That's super fun. Hi everyone. I'm just waiting for Michael to join in. Yeah, so if you have questions, definitely just leave them below, or if you can, stay to the end, we'll do the live Q&A. But this is actually, I'll share a little bit for a second here, but this is the book. I don't know if you could see it. I do really love regular books, but I travel a lot, and I love to have also all the books that I love on my Kindle. So I didn't have my copy of this with me, so I just wanted to share that with you. But it's really such an excellent, excellent book. So if you could check that out too, that would be really cool. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. I'm just waiting for Michael to join in. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's see. I think that I asked Michael to join in. Oh, here he comes.
Hey
Hi,
there.
Michael. How are
Sorry I'm
you?
running late a couple of minutes. I'm doing great.
I'm so
I do.
grateful you're able to join me today. Thank you so much.
I'm excited. I'm so
Me
excited,
too.
Missy, to be with you live. It's going to be so much fun.
I know. I was just telling everyone about you. I've been talking about Herbal Face Food and also your book, your Self-Health Revolution, that I actually read way before I even started using Herbal Face Food. So for me, this is super
Wow.
exciting.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so everyone say hi to Michael. He's here with me, and I'm so excited. We're going to talk about Herbal Face Food, and you guys know how much that I love it. I've been sharing it so much. It's absolutely amazing. I just cannot get over it. It makes me so happy and excited. I love to share products that really work and that are good for you and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to have a live Q&A at the end. But I said earlier, some of my community, they sent me questions to ask you too. And
Great.
then there also will be a giveaway at the end, so if everyone could stay tuned. And I will save everything so that it will be on my, platform. So if anyone wants to go back and check it out, they can. So
Absolutely. And let me just say this, how excited we are to be working with you. We love the work you do, just the passion, the aesthetic, the beautiful aesthetic, the authenticity, the inspiration. And it's just a real honor to be working with you. And you really stand out, I would say, in the world of Instagram and way beyond that. And we're grateful and honored to be part of this. Also, everybody on the live today, if you wait to the end, we're all going to give you. We're going to have a big prize, and then everybody's going to get something that's on the live. So hang in there till the very end. Everybody's going to get something free.
Oh, that's fun. That's always, always, always fun. And it's all good stuff too. Good for you.
Right. Yeah, it's good free stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, I would like to start with, because I have been sharing so much with my community about how much that I love the herbal face food, and a little bit about my background was that before similar to how you kind of shared in your book, but my health and wellness journey kind of started with just being a place of just very like stressed and overwhelmed. I used to own clothing stores, and I would just be traveling all the time, eating out, very stressed. I loved what I was doing, but my life was very out of balance. And there was a situation where actually one of my stores caught on fire from a restaurant next door. And at that point, my life kind of shifted, because it was like the universe may be telling me that it's time to maybe focus on your health and wellness and your well-being. And I always loved yoga. And I used to travel to the West Coast all the time. I just really fell in love with yoga and health and wellness. And I started learning about plants and eating plant-based foods and how amazing they would make me feel. So in return, after that, I would start to realize more and more, like you just evolve into understanding too, like what you're putting on your skin. And I started to realize that a lot of the products and stuff that I was using were really filled with either toxins, and also live a vegan lifestyle. So they would have animal products in it. So I pretty much like cut out everything. And I really have tried some of these more, products that maybe would be in the category of yours, but nothing is, and I really just turned to using coconut oil. Really, that's it. And I'm a big believer on like, I eat a whole food plant-based diet, so that helps.
Right.
But when this came into my life, I was like, oh my gosh, like it is so amazing. Like, first of all, when you put it on, I really feel like I'm feeding my face goodness. Like the way that it kind of absorbs into your face, I don't know, like other creams or serums, you just feel like they kind of stay on the layer, but this goes actually in. And I know you'll share more exactly about why it does that, because I'm not the expert you are, but I love that. And it also smells so amazing that I feel like it's one of my favorite yoga studios. And after I put it on, I always I'm a big essential oils person. So anyone listening, if you love essential oils, you'll absolutely love this. I believe there's actually a lot of the same kind of plants in here. And I always, at the end, I like take a deep breath and I'll say like, I love you, or it just makes you, it's like a self-care kind of product too, which I love. And then also the color is like absolutely amazing. I don't know. It's just, for me, even yesterday I shared a post on like eat the rainbow. Like all vibrant stuff. For me, it just makes you feel so good and alive. And that's really herbal face food is like, it's a living plant product. It's not plant-based. It's all made from 100% plants, which is absolutely amazing. And the results, like I've been using it probably like maybe 2 months now. And I have this like consistent glow to it. And also this tint. I feel like even like plumpness in my cheeks or something. Like I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like I just put it on and I just like walk out, go walk my dog, and I feel good. I feel like I'm glowing. Even my husband was like, what are you using on your skin? It looks really so good. And I was like, it's the herbal face food. I've been talking about it for a while. And then there's also did you want to talk a little bit about I'll just share my experience a little bit too about the cure, because I also have this too. And fortunately for myself, like I've never really had some major skin issues, but for me, I'm a sun lover, and I definitely have like brown spots on my face, and also, I have lines and all that kind of stuff. So I've been using this, and I know that you had suggested for me to do it like a bunch of times throughout the day to really get the pigmentation down. But I've really religiously been using it twice a day, and I have seen like the spots they have gone down. And even when I spoke to you a few weeks ago, I was in Florida, so I was actually in the sun. It's nice when you go back in the sun, they seem to come back and be browner. they want. And I just this another one that's like the color
Right.
and everything. It's just it's so amazing, and I just love it just so much. And I keep learning so much more and more about it, which I love, because I love to use products that there's like such depth to it. Like I went back and too, if you could share about the what is it, the oxygen radical absorption capacity. That's, yeah,
Right. Very
that
good.
was so cool to learn about, because it really is just so insightful to be aware of what you're doing, what you're putting on your body, and why it's working.
Right. Absolutely. Well, it's just listening to you talk. It's just amazing all the things these plants have done for you and have done for your skin, everything you're seeing. And it's all true. That's the thing. Everything you're saying is 100% true. And you get on these lives sometimes, you hear these campaigns or infomercials or whatever advertisements, and we all know a lot of it's probably BS. And the people are just trying to sell something. They're trying to get you to buy something. And we understand that. That's just how it is in the world. And I know people think we're doing the same thing. Maybe they think we're because it does sound too good to be true. All the things you
Yeah.
mentioned, your husband noticing, which is the holy grail of testimonials, because guys never notice anything. So if they say, "Honey, what are you doing?" It's working. But so I think that's the thing. A lot of people that are listening, it really does all these things, and it does even more
Mhm.
than that. And and these plants are doing things we didn't even know they could do, that we're learning as people are using it for different skin issues and that sort of thing. And there's a tremendous amount of science behind it. So this is not just a hocus pocus. Look what we cooked up in the lab, and this is really based on plant science, and it's based on the ORAC scale. And the ORAC scale is the only scientific scale in the world around anti-aging and antioxidants. And it's not being used in skincare. It's not being used in even healthy eating. Very few companies are using the ORAC scale. And so the foundation of the ORAC scale, or the belief of our skincare company, is, aging is caused by oxidation. Oxidation is what happens when you cut an apple and you leave it out on the counter. It's going to turn
Right.
brown. That's oxidation, or you could say aging. Oxidation equals aging. Antioxidation equals anti-aging. And so if I put vitamin C on that apple, you can try this at home. It's not going to turn brown for a few hours. If you put herbal face food on it, it's not going to turn brown for days. And that's because on the ORAC scale, vitamin C is 100,000 or less. Our product is almost 30 million on the ORAC scale. So we have
Wow.
singular plants. Yeah, we have singular plants like astaxanthin that's in the millions on the ORAC, 100,000 times the power of vitamin C as an antioxidant, or as an anti-aging agent, you could say. And
Uh-huh.
so dragon's blood from Peru, which it's not actually dragon's blood, but it's from a tree. It's the sap. We don't have dragon's blood, but it's a tree in Peru, that and other places in the world, that the sap comes out, it looks like blood. So it's called dragon's blood. It's in the
Uh-huh.
millions on the ORAC scale. Clove is 10 million on the ORAC scale. So when you combine all of these super powerful antioxidants, you get massive results when it comes to, like, the 10 most visible signs of aging, like fine lines, wrinkles, skin texture, pore size, hyperpigmentation, et cetera, et cetera. And then when you go to the cure, it goes way beyond that. It has more botanicals than any product in the world. It has the rarest botanicals in the world. It'll take on aging, of course, but acne, rosacea, eczema,
Wow.
psoriasis. We've been getting rid of melasma. We did it with Leanne Rimes. We did it with Madonna's makeup artist. Lifetime cases of melasma going away or gone. So it's really amazing once you get these plants together from the right place, in the right formulation, with the right power. They can do so many things. The problem is, most of the green thing products in the world, if they're not greenwashed, meaning they're not really green. If you Even when you get to the pure ones, they're just not very powerful. They
Uh-huh.
just don't have. And so a lot of women have to choose, and men have to choose, between something that's impotent, that's good for them, just deal with it. It's not really going to do much. Or you go with the chemicals that might give you a short-term result, but in the end, don't give you the results. And in the end, are probably toxic and damage the skin. And this is what I call the skincare dilemma. I have to choose between which is the worst evil, and which is going to give me something, at least for my money and my time. And really, that's where we come in. Our product blows away the green cleans. It's green clean on steroids, and we outperform the chemicals. And we give you a long-term result because we're healing the skin. We're not treating the skin through chemistry. And that's a big difference. That's like pharmaceuticals versus healthy eating.
Yeah.
Which do you want to be addicted to? The pharmaceuticals or, eating the rainbow, like you say, which I totally agree with. So this is eating the rainbow through your skin.
Oh, love it. It is. It's amazing. It's just nature is so healing on so many levels. And, like you said, it's kind of going even back to the root of everything, like the root cause of something and healing it, not putting Band-Aids on everything. And
that's right.
I mean, for the whole skincare, like your philosophy and your passion about the skincare revolution, it's just, I mean, I love it. I get so excited about it to share. And I had seen a bunch of people were saying that they use it and it's amazing. It's healed them, all that kind of stuff. Someone did ask to talk about the soap. I know that that's new on the line, and I haven't used that yet. But also the other thing about the Herbal Face Food is that there are no toxins, no chemicals. There's no gluten in it. It also is vegan. It's cruelty-free. There's no parabens, no phthalates, or I'm not too sure exactly how you say that. But there's like no junk in it. That's what I said. It's like just no junk. It's just 100% plants that are really just, healing and working with your skin. And it's just absolutely, really amazing. And it's really, really important to educate people. And that's why I'm so grateful we're having this conversation, because just even setting the seed in someone's head to understand a little bit about why you would want to go with more of, a plant-based product, not plant-based product, but 100% plants or plant-based eating, how it affects and really does heal you and take care of real issues long-term, not, like we're all here to be able to live this long life of vitality and energy, and by putting things like this on your skin, you're going to be creating long-term effects that are going to be there. And everyone wants younger looking, glowing skin. So I mean, that is the answer right there. That's what I say. Everyone always asks me, what do you use on your skin? And I'm like, I can't even, it's same thing at first. People are like, oh yeah, right, it won't work. And I'm like, it really, really, really works. It's so amazing. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, and this really isn't about anti-aging as we know it. We think of anti-aging now in a negative light. I mean, that's plastic surgery, and that's getting Botox, and that's getting treatments, and all this artificial anti-aging movement. And this is really about nourishing your skin and giving your skin the most powerful whole food phytonutrients in the world, most powerful antioxidants in the world, the rarest botanicals in the world. So you're feeding your skin from the outside in. And so what happens is, if you do have any skin issues, like acne, like rosacea, whatever it may be, melasma, it's going to heal those issues. And it's also going to reverse the age of your skin, or slow down the age of your skin. Just like it would be if you were eating at McDonald's for every meal, and then you decided, I think I'm going to go to Whole Foods and I'm going to hang out in the veggie section, and I'm going to eat just all these different colors. I'm just going to eat all this for a while. What's going to happen to your body? Your body's going to transform. Your cells are going to transform. And within a few months, these cells are going to be different, whether they're on the inside or the outside, because they're eating better things that they can actually work with and heal. The body's designed to heal anything.
Right.
It's designed to take something that you give it and heal anything from the inside out, from the outside in. The problem is it doesn't have much to work with, for a lot of people. We're not giving your body, the equipment. And so when you put something so powerfully nutritious on your skin, the skin cells know what to do with it, and they start healing things. And so it's a whole different philosophy around skincare. It's healthy
Hmm.
eating skincare. You go look at it that way.
I love that. And how did you come across like getting this all together and formulating it and I know you created it and everything. What was that process like? I just would love to know.
Yeah, well, when I was writing my book, I have a section in the book on skin. It's um, it's actually before I developed herbal face food. So herbal face food is not actually in the book. You know, I have, I have other brands. I have Dr. Hauschka in there, which I still like Dr. Hauschka. It's not very strong, but it's very pure. So I don't even mention it. But when I started doing these interviews and I had these dark patches and I'm like, okay, and they're telling me, oh, we can laser that, but it's going to come back. You're going to have basically you're going to be eating lasers the rest of your life is what they were saying to me.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, no, 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 there's got to be some other way. And I went back to the plants. I went back to the ORAC scale because I studied the ORAC scale when I was writing the book. And
Uh-huh.
I said, why not build a skincare company based on real science around anti-aging? And the ORAC was the only thing I could find. And so
Mm.
began just testing plants on the ORAC scale and seeing how high they would rate, and we're still doing that. We're still finding plants around the world that are testing even higher on the ORAC scale. And we're
Wow.
concentrating those and we're going to be formulating those. And we're the only company in the world. We're the only company in the world, skincare company based on the ORAC scale.
Wow.
And one of the few in the world. So don't tell anyone if you're if you're watching La Mer, if you're watching, you know, don't try it.
Wow, that is like so. I mean, it just really makes so much sense, and why would you?
Right.
Yeah, I know. And actually, Lamar or Lemaire, however you say it, before a long time ago, I used that because you just go with what you think that you're supposed to use for
Right.
this thing or whatever, and it's just nothing. I mean, I've definitely used a bunch of different ones. Like years ago, before I switched over to a more plant-based lifestyle, and this really herbal face food is the only thing that has really worked and really does. But it's because of what it consists of and what it's made of. It's made from
Right.
these plants that have these healing benefits and all of this antioxidants naturally in it. So that's what's like so, so, so cool. I love that. I love that you went even out of your way. I know that we all sometimes set out on a path because it's something with ourselves that we want to try to fix or better or something. But in doing that, when you really have insight to want to go figure that out, then you really create something that's helpful to so many people, especially people that really have very like skin issues and on their face that could be very, make someone feel insecure and not very,
Mm-hmm.
good about themselves and trying to cover it up and all that kind of stuff. And it really does set that person back from being able to, shine their light in life. And, by using products like your product, the cure, especially for those kind of things, it's just, it's really so
Mm-hmm.
great. I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it
That's
is. And,
awesome.
I get every day, I'll get someone that reaches out to me and they say, herbal face food has changed my life.
Uh,
And, and they didn't expect it. A lot of people didn't expect it, and they were
mm-hmm.
skeptical when they first heard about it. But it has that ability, as much as a skincare product can have. Has the ability to change people's lives. It is changing
Yeah.
people's lives. And even if you don't have a dramatic skin issue that you're trying to change or get rid of, like acne or like melasma, what have you, if you're just wanting something that's going to heal your body from the outside in and make you feel wonderful when you put it on
Mm-hmm.
because you're breathing in all these euphoric plants. We have some of the most euphoric plants in the world, like frangipani and tuberose and rosado. The most expensive plants in the world. They're like $2,500 an ounce. But when you put these
Wow.
on, you breathe them in. They bypass the blood-brain barrier. They go into the brain and create a sense of euphoria. That's why they're called euphorics. And it relaxes you. Like you said, I just put some on before I came on with you, and I was like
Uh-huh.
in the car, and I was like just breathing in
Uh-huh.
these plant fumes, and I was like, it just calms me down. It's part of
Yeah.
this whole process of
Mm-hmm.
these plants, the healing process of these plants. So these plants are magic. They're magical. They have, literally in Herbal Face Food, we have 50 botanicals, more than any other company. We have the most powerful botanicals. We have the 20 rarest botanicals. But each of these botanicals in their whole food form, which they have thousands of phytochemicals.
Mm.
And
It's amazing.
they're all working. They're all working to heal you, to restore you, to give you back the energy that you need, to rejuvenate those cells, and to um, change those cells. And so it's doing so many things simultaneously. We have so many people tell us, I put it on this and it went away. I had a cold
Wow.
sore. I had a wart. I had a skin tag. I had this fungus on my forehead that I could never get rid of. And so the product does so many things. And over time, if you really get into it, you're going to have a bottle of Herbal Face Food in your car, in your
I
bathroom, in your briefcase.
it is true. Like I have such a love for this bottle. Like, I mean, first of all, I think it's beautiful, the color combination, but like I said earlier, when you it's so calming. It just
Hmm.
really, and it has to do because of the plants, the aromatherapy, and it's going to
Hmm.
your, your
Hmm.
brain. And
Hmm.
it really brings me to this like calming, my whole morning
Hmm.
routine is getting me grounded for the day. And then
Right.
I walk around with this and I just like feel it, and you just smell it. And it does, it really, so it's like almost a form of, self love and self
Hmm.
care
Hmm.
through the plants, but also
Hmm.
using that on your skin is your skin, your largest
Hmm.
organ. You're saying, I love you, like I want to take care of you. So there's like that whole aspect of it
Hmm.
too, which for me, I'm like the holistic kind of lifestyle. So I like
Sure.
to come from that perspective. But I was wondering, is that why the colors are just so like red and orange? Is it from like the plants, just the way they come together, or
Right.
they're naturally that color
Yeah.
separately?
Yeah. So one of the things our philosophy is we don't get in the way of the plants.
Mm-hmm.
We don't mess with them. We don't try to change them. We don't try to improve them. And we don't manipulate them in any way. So they come as they are. Some people say, "Why did you make a product that has this tingly sensation?" Some women may not like that. I'm like, "I'm sorry, that's what the plants do. That's how
Oh
they work."
yeah, that's right.
Well,
It
I don't
does.
like
Yeah.
the color. The colors. Why don't you make it some? That's not our choice. Not the color's not our choice.
That's
That's how these
nature.
plants. That's nature. So what we found was so many of the plants that are the highest on the ORAC scale have this bright orange hue.
Mm.
Astaxanthin is probably the most red orange substance that I've ever seen. It's actually black when you see a dot of it. It's
Wow.
black. And then
Really?
you could put it in a gallon of water and it would turn the whole, one drop would turn the whole gallon orange. And this is
Wow.
astaxanthin. Astaxanthin is this algae that's one of the most powerful antioxidants ever tested. And we've got dragon's blood also, which I mentioned before, bright orange. Um, Clove, the highest thing ever tested on the ORAC scale, 10 million on the ORAC scale, orange. And so what we're finding is a lot of these plants that are so powerful as, we call it the color of anti-aging now. If you want to know what the
Huh.
color of anti-aging is, it's bright orange. And you'll see
Wow.
that color throughout all of our marketing materials because it's kind of, that's our hero color.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't come up with it. The plants did. They
I
tell
love
us what
that.
to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're like drawn to it, and yeah, it's like filled with like because orange is like the color of power almost, like
Right.
so the power
That's
of the
right.
plants. Yeah, it's like your chakra, and it's orange. That's such a great. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I figured that, but I was like, that's a really good question. I was wondering, is it just because the plants are how they come together, but you're saying that all the, I guess when you look at food too, all antioxidant kind of foods are bright red, bright
Yeah.
orange, so it's
Correct.
bright blue. So it's kind of
Right.
very similar. So that just really brings it all like together, how amazing that it is, and feeding it from the outside in is really what you're doing. That's just so,
Yeah.
so cool.
So, most companies, when they get ready to formulate, they'll say, well, what color should we make it? And they'll do a focus group. And how should it smell? And they'll do a focus group, and then they just
Wow.
bring the chemicals in that create what the
Uh-huh.
focus group said they should have. And we don't have, our focus group is the plants.
Yeah.
What do you guys
What
say?
do you what
What
are
do you
you
guys want
telling
to
us
do?
to do? I
Yes,
like that
sir.
focus group. I want to be in on that meeting. That's so fun. Oh my gosh. And I also was wondering, is there like SPF in it naturally from like, or is there any of that, or how does that
Yeah.
fall into place?
Yeah, so it has like a 35 to 40 SPF.
Okay.
We don't put it in there. It comes from the plants. Plants like carrot seed, for example, have about a 35 to
Oh
40
yeah.
SPF. And we have many other plants, 10 or 12 other plants that have their own SPF. And we're going to be adding more as we find more.
Mm-hmm.
Like raspberry seed is another one we're going to put in there because it has a tremendous SPF. So it's not enough SPF to carry you all day if you're at the beach
Uh-huh.
out in full sun, but you're getting a whole nother layer of SPF. The other thing that's probably even more powerful than that is if you were to burn your skin and get a sunburn, the first thing you'd want to put on there is the cure
Mm-hmm.
or the serum. And that's going to seem a little contrarian because you're going to put something warm on something that's already heated up and hot. And so,
Uh-huh.
yeah, would it be a little, and it may be a little more sensitive when you first put it on, but the cure will take away sunburn in about half the time. And you can literally
Wow.
see the redness going away when you put it on. And so if you're wearing the cure or you're wearing the serum and you're out in the sun, it's doing that same repair in real time. So
Wow, really?
yeah, so you are getting the SPF of it, but more importantly, you're getting this antioxidant that's healing the damage of the sun in real time as you're receiving it.
Uh-huh.
So when I'm out at the beach and I'm wearing Herbal Face Food, I put applications on. I keep it on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have a hard time getting a tan. And I like being tan. I like that healthy tan look, but
Uh-huh.
sometimes it's a little frustrating because I'm like, gosh, I was at the beach all day and it's not it's not showing like I wanted it to. But it does have tremendous power to heal that damage in real time if you're wearing it. And
Uh-huh.
I like being out in the sun. I wouldn't say I'm a sun worshiper, but if the sun is out, I want to be outside. I want to be
Yeah.
playing in the sun, and that helps me because I have that on. It makes me feel
Uh-huh.
like I've got a lot more protection.
That's great because like I said earlier, I'm pretty much low key. I'm not like I wake up and I'll whatever, and I just put this on and I'll go walk my dog and then
Hmm.
I'll go run my errands. I usually run outside and I just like because you automatically feel this like glow and clear
Hmm.
complexion, almost as though I put something on my face. Like I've
Hmm.
never was really someone who wore the foundation, but I guess on some level you feel like that just from putting on the serum.
Hmm.
And there is that warm sensation. I forgot
Hmm.
to mention that because I'm just so used to it now. Like I love it.
You're right.
It
You're
just
like, of
feels, but
course.
I know.
What
But at first you might think, oh my gosh, is this not right? Is it not working? Am I
Yeah.
gonna something going wrong? But like you said, it's just, the power of the plants doing its,
Hmm.
work. And so you'll feel a little warm sensation and then I just go outside and that's great because usually in the mornings I go for a long walk outside. I'm out in the sun and then for a
Hmm.
run. So it's nice to know that that is what's going on. That's what I was even saying before. There's just so much to keep learning about herbal face food and the benefits and how these things like naturally are doing what we are, looking for other stuff to do. And that's what's
Hmm.
so great about it, So like
Hmm.
even investing your time and your money into herbal face food is just a long-term goodness all around so
Hmm.
many levels. And you, like
Hmm.
you said, you're even looking to add in more the plants that you
Hmm.
find that are going to do more healing and
Hmm.
whatever it is you're going to be like adding into it. That's just so fantastic. I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, and we stand behind our product. So we have 100% money back guarantee. And
Oh, that's
so
great.
we're kind of like Nordstrom's. Even if you bring the bottle back empty, we're going to honor that. You can only do that like one time, and you're probably going to want to order more. So
Yeah.
That doesn't. So we don't risk a lot by offering that, and but it's no risk to your followers, so they can try it for free. Um, they're going to get a 20% discount from you. There's no other place to get discounts except for this very curated group of creators that we have around the world, very special group,
That's
and
great.
the chosen few. And so the only place that you're going to get a discount is right here, and it's a one-time 20% discount. And we encourage people, we do have the small little bottles that you
Uh-huh.
can try it. But if you're going to get that 20% discount, you might as well go for it and get a 30 milliliter or get the 50 mil. It's going to last you
100%. Yeah.
longer.
Uh-huh.
And you'll probably be kicking yourself if you get the little
Yes.
one and you're like, you're done with that in a week, and you're going to see something from it, but you'll get a lot more from the larger size. So go for it, try it. You have nothing to lose. If what we're saying isn't true, just return it, no problem. You've got to try something new that you've never tried before, but maybe you'll fall in love. Maybe it'll be your holy grail. Maybe it'll change your life, which it has
Yeah,
so many people.
it really has. And it is, I always, say when I'm sharing, like, if you're going to get it, go with the bigger bottle, because before I was even part of this creator group, which I'm so grateful to be a part of, I purchased it myself and I went with the smaller one. So I'm like, let me just try it, and I just bought it, didn't have a discount code or anything or whatever. I just wanted to, I had come across it, heard about it. I don't know where or where I did. I know it was in Vogue, like back in last April or something like
Yeah.
that. But I was like, why did I just get this little bottle? Because I love it so much. So I always say, if you're gonna get it, like, just trust me, go with the bigger bottle. You'll definitely like see results like very
Yeah.
easily. And even for anyone else who thinks like they're like, I know there's a lot of people into their products and a lot of products, you could still use whatever you want. Just
Right.
get this first. But I
Right.
think over time you're gonna start like getting rid of a lot of things
Mm.
and just focus on that. But
Right.
I agree. I would definitely go with the bigger size bottle. And I have shared my discount code, which is Missy20, on in like, you could check out my highlights on my
Mm.
post the other day, whatever. And I always tell people DM me if they have any questions about
Mm.
anything, because I'm really happy to share. I only really share things that I personally use and love so much. And I'm
Mm.
still, this is new, even though it's been 2 months consistently. I had it for a
Mm.
while, but like consistently
Mhm.
using it, it's
Mhm.
just like keeps getting better and better and better,
Mhm.
like the more that you
Mhm.
use it. But I would
Mhm.
definitely do the bigger bottle. And I was wondering too, if you're pregnant, because I know that that's something that is a question.
Right.
Can you use it? I mean, probably, because it doesn't have any
Mhm.
it
Yeah,
doesn't have things
absolutely.
in it, or
We have a lot of pregnant women using it. If you're worried about the ingredients, talk to your doctor, show them the ingredients. As far as I know, we've always got 100% approval from doctors because it's just
uh-huh.
plants. It's all
Right.
edible plants. And for pregnant women, it's tough because that's when they get pregnant. It's one of the first times some people will actually start looking at ingredients, and they're like,
Yeah.
they start learning, wow, this is not good for the baby. It's probably not good for me either. And they're left with a very short list of products they can use, and most of them aren't very powerful. And it's at the same time when women are experiencing a lot of hormone issues, and they're getting breakouts, and they're getting melasma, and they're having some of the worst skin issues they've had, and they can't use anything because
Right.
it's all toxic. And then they find us, and you can deal with melasma, and you can deal with acne, and you can deal with breakouts and so many, and the stress of having a baby. And what's interesting is the product, just like toxins, the product absorbs within a few minutes. It goes into your bloodstream. It's going to be in your organs within hours. And you're actually feeding your body from the outside in. You're getting these powerful antioxidants and phytonutrients that you can never eat because they're too intense to eat. But you are eating them through your skin. You're feeding your whole body. And
Wow.
you're actually feeding that baby too. You're feeding
It's
that
amazing.
placenta. That little baby is getting all these nutrients through your skin. So not only do you not have to worry about it, it's kind of like, wow, this is feeding my baby. I think I'll put some more on.
Yeah, exactly. I love that. Yeah, of course. Why not?
That baby's going to be so healthy,
I know the baby's gonna come out
and I'm going to be
glowing
so
and healthy.
beautiful.
Ah, I love that. It's just so awesome. I'm going to just see if there was any other questions that I know that someone asked one or two on here, but also yeah, well, oh, like I was saying earlier about the smell and how, especially if you're someone who does essential oils and you kind of live that way, this herbal face food is for you because you would just it's the same kind of thing. It's really, I think, even the list of plants that are in the bottle of the serum is the same kind of essential oils that you would use, you know, on your day to day stuff like that. But I know someone was asking to
Sorry.
no, it's okay. I'm just looking to see if
I'm
I know a
outside.
few people. That's
Yeah.
okay. I had to put my ear things in because I didn't know if my puppy was gonna bark. Oh, someone said my skin looks amazing. Thank you. Herbal face food. The raspberry. But I know the soap is new on the line, and I know some people were asking about the soap. Oh, and then someone says you're such a breath of fresh air. That's so kind. And yes, Michael is. He's so joyful. It's just so nice. I could talk to you forever. But yeah, the soap. I know that's new, right? The soap.
Yeah, it's been out for a while. We brought that out during
Oh,
COVID, and all
okay.
of our products are antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial, antimicrobial. And so we came out with that during COVID to give people something, and it's basically the cure in the form of soap. It does have a ton of wild harvested Manuka honey, and
Okay.
people are loving it. It's been a sleeper product for us because I just did it really for COVID, and then people went gaga for it. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, and I'm loving it. It's one of Leanne Rhymes' favorite things that she uses, and it's also bright orange, and
Uh-huh.
it looks like a bar of orange amber or something. It's a magical product. The more I use it, the more I love it. And so,
Wow.
we basically have those three products. We have the Serum Series 1, 2, and 3, which is a
Mm-hmm.
daily anti-aging serum. We have the
Okay.
Cure, which has everything the Serum 1 has, plus a lot of other botanicals that are
Okay.
very medicinal, therapeutic, and will take on acne, rosacea, eczema, psoriasis, melasma, scarring. The list goes on. And, with my family, like I have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and
Aw.
we we use it on our whole family uses herbal face food for
Uh-huh.
everything. I mean, if they get a bug bite, a bee sting, um, a cut, a scrape, we reach for our motto in my family is, hey, let's try the herbal face food.
Yeah.
it's,
It's gonna be mine too. I thought
it's
coconut
like
oil was the answer to everything. Now this
right.
is.
You're right. So I had someone tell me they got rid of poison ivy a couple days ago
Wow.
with it. And I thought,
Really?
oh, I haven't thought about that one. So anything skin, we put it on, and people put it on, and it's called the herbal face food lifestyle.
I'm into that. I'm definitely on board with the lifestyle for sure. I know. I'm just seeing if there was, yes, someone they'd want to try. Everyone, yes, you should definitely try it. And like Michael said, I mean, it's kind of like Nordstrom's. You want to try it, use it, and if you don't like it, you send it back. But I don't think that's going to happen at all. It's really amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a risk free, and you're going to get results. I mean, the only people that don't get results are the people that don't use it,
Yeah.
or they don't use it enough, And so I'd love to hear when someone's using it twice a day for 30 days
Hmm.
because I know it's going to blow them away. I
Yeah.
had one of the top influencers in the country the other day. She said, Michael, I got the product, you sent it to me, and I tried it, but I didn't really use it. And I just tried it and I liked it. It was good. And she said, then I went, my skin went crazy. She was pregnant at the time. She said, my skin went nuts. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to try that herbal face food. And she really
Hmm.
started using it. She said, that's when I started using it every day because I had my skin was going crazy. And then she fell in love with it because after a couple of weeks of using it twice a day, she's like, I really saw what it could do, and it blew me away. And now
Wow.
she doesn't use anything else. She's not using anything else.
It's,
But you
I'm
don't
sure
have to
it's
do
a
that. But
habit. No, you don't
yeah,
have to, but you will. It definitely will. And someone asked, yes, you ship all around the whole world, everywhere. You ship
yeah,
to, right?
yeah. No, we ship internationally, and we just
Hmm.
started free international shipping. And
Oh,
so,
wow.
yeah, it takes a little longer to get it that way, but if you can wait, it's free.
Wow,
And
that's awesome.
so we ship to most countries in the world.
Cool. And then someone wanted to know if you were coming out with any future products, or is it just that you're going to add into the stuff you
All
have
right.
going on?
Well, we just came out with um, a brand new serum. It's basically 4 times the potency of the cure. So we call that extreme cure. And
Wow.
it's not 4 times the hotness or the hot factor, but it is 4 times the potency. And you can order that now. If you haven't tried that, let Crystal know. We'll get you some too. It's got
Okay. Yeah.
looks just like the cure, but it has a red
Hmm.
top.
Okay.
And it will take on like really serious skin issues.
Hmm.
Really stubborn melasma, entrenched acne, scarring. So that is our most potent formula, 4 times the potency of the cure. It's called Extreme Cure. Uh, find out how you can get that. We'll let you know. It's not publicly available, but we can,
Okay.
do something for you and your followers to get them. If
Okay.
there's a hidden link on our website, you
Uh-huh.
can go in and get
Okay.
that before everybody else.
Okay,
And
cool.
then
Yeah, I would love to try it. And yeah.
you'll probably be using that one shortly.
Yeah.
And then I'm also working on a brand new product in a whole new category. I've been working on it for over 2 years,
Hmm.
and we're getting very close to that being perfected. And that'll be in
Wow.
a whole new category. It's going to be blow away, and it'll have
Cool.
probably around 75 botanicals. So it'll have 25 more botanicals uh, than the
Wow.
cure.
That's awesome. Amazing. I just love too that you're so involved in, you're the founder, creator, and you're there day in and day out and like really just being a part of it. I absolutely love that, and you're just so personable and we could talk to you and you answer any questions and all about it. It's really so nice. I'm so grateful that you took the time out of your day to come and talk with me and share with everyone here. It's just really so nice. I'd love to be a part of companies and people's like life passions about things that are making other people's lives just better so they could be the best versions of themselves, because that's really why we're all here,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like
Right.
we got to start shifting more in that perspective of life in general with the whole world. So
Absolutely. And we are super passionate. We believe in what we're doing. We're trying to change the world, and we're trying to change the skincare conversation, but we're also trying to change, the healthy eating conversation. And in
hmm.
fact, one of the things I want to do for everybody on the live is I want to give everybody a copy of my book, The Self-Health
Yes.
Revolution. It is the only book ever endorsed by Whole Foods Markets and the founder of Whole Foods. And we're going to send you a copy. If you'll go to Herbal Face Food on IG and just put that you were on the live today and you like a free copy of the book, we're going to send everybody a copy. So leave your information. We'll be getting in touch with you. It's a
That's
health book for
awesome.
non-health nuts.
Yeah.
It's a very simple read. I would say it's the most simple read on how to get healthy that I've ever
Yeah.
seen. I'm a little biased. I wrote it, but I have been down to
Uh-huh.
Amazon and I've seen all the books, and they're usually blow people away, and they don't know. They're hard to understand, written by PhDs. This is a simple read. It's on an eighth grade reading level because that's how I think, and and it's also a great book for guys. We call it guy friendly because there's pictures on every page. And
Yeah.
ladies, that's what we need sometimes, is to read something that keeps us going to the next page.
But it is true, because I was saying earlier, I think before you even came on, how I mean, you share your wellness journey, but then you also, it's like an educational book. So you kind of give people the insight to kind of where we have gotten to where we have
Mm-hmm.
about health, and how
Right.
it is very important to take your health in, revolution into your own
Mm-hmm.
hands and be
Mm-hmm.
aware and knowledgeable. And you're
Mm-hmm.
very, insightful with all those kind of things. Plus, you also offer up
recipes or things to follow or how to do it. And it seems like approachable, and just start here,
Mm-hmm.
just start this. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have to be this thing
Mm-hmm.
that you can't obtain and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is
Yeah,
super,
baby
super nice.
steps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
baby
everything is.
steps.
It's like my whole process, it was a process. Nothing was over, and I'm still evolving and learning all the
Mm-hmm.
time. So
Right.
that's awesome. So anyone who's watching, you go to Herbal Face Food IG and send them that you were on here, and you'll get a copy of the book. Definitely get it. You'll
Mm-hmm.
enjoy it. You'll read it. Like, you won't want to put it down. You'll be done with it very quickly, and it really will move you and shift your life in some way for sure. So yeah.
Absolutely. And
And
if you get the book, yeah, and let me mention this too. If you get the book, there's a 10-day challenge in the book that we give you. I'd love to help you with that. If you have any
oh
questions,
yeah.
reach out to us. Not just the skincare. We give that to everybody who buys the product.
Yes,
Everybody
you
in the
do.
world gets a free book, and our goal is really to get them to read that one. And
Yeah.
we love it. We love that they're using the product and they're getting younger and looking younger and healthier. But then they get the book, and I get these messages from women. And they tell me, Michael, I just wanted to look younger, and then we got your book, and now I just cleaned out our pantry. We just cleaned out the refrigerator.
I love it.
We're doing smoothies every day, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, because
I
that's
know.
changing their whole trajectory,
Yeah.
forever. The whole family, maybe the kids,
Yeah.
multi-generational, and that's where you really feel like you're doing some good. When you
Yeah.
can turn people around like that.
Yeah, well, it's true. I mean, a healthy lifestyle really starts with a healthy kitchen, and learning
Mm-hmm.
simple things. Little small daily action steps will lead to that lifestyle change, and
Mm-hmm.
you'll feel amazing, and it's great. So I love that you do that too. And it's true. Yeah, I did get the book too, and I made my purchase months ago. So that's so generous of you, because it is really helpful to people on their journey wherever they may be. So that's good. And then I think too, for everyone that was watching, there's a little fun, huge, nice giveaway, right?
Right.
Whoever was today watching the live, you're going to be entered in to win $500 worth of Herbal Face Food products.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
one
right.
lucky winner is going to get it, and you're going to be so happy. And if you are not, then definitely I would just give Herbal Face Food a try. You will absolutely love it. It's so amazing. Not only healing your skin, feeling good, but also your smells so good, your mind, your body and spirit and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really, what it's all about. And I love it. And you could use my 20% off code Missy20. And like I said, either send me a message, or even at Herbal Face Food, you have questions for them. They answer
Mm-hmm.
things right away. So don't
Mm-hmm.
hesitate anytime. So
Absolutely. Well,
cool.
it's a pleasure being with you, and really admire you. Admire the work you're doing. Admire how much you care about the people
Thank
that are
you.
following you. You're trying to help people and change their lives, and it's just real obvious. So I'm so glad we found you
Oh,
and you
thank you.
found us.
Me too. I'm so grateful. It was so fun. I really, really appreciate you so much coming on. And I'm so excited to keep spreading the word. And yes, I mean, I'm on the same mission, just to help people to live happier and healthier lifestyles, wherever that means for them, so we can all
Mm-hmm.
just be our best versions for
Mm-hmm.
everyone in our lives and stuff like that. So, but thank you so
Absolutely.
much. I had so much fun. I really, really did. And thank you so much for letting me be a part of Herbal Face Food. I'm so excited. I talk about it all the time because I absolutely just love it.
Well, we'll do it again, and we're going to continue to get you some of the early versions of our products so you can try
Cool.
those, and
Yeah,
that'll
I'd
be a
love
lot of
that.
fun, and we can do more of these, more education.
Yes, I would love that. That would be totally awesome. Thank you so much, Michael. Good day.
All right, you too. Bye
Bye.
bye,
Thank you
everyone.
everyone for joining. We really appreciate it. Bye.
Bye.